Hi, my name is Shivam, and I'm co-founder of 0 to 10. Today, I'm going to talk about how my fractional CPO team and I took a SaaS product concept, researched it, roadmapped it, built it, and shipped it all within 60 days. It all started when a couple of our customers who were fitness coaches reached out to us that they need a product that can solve some of their key needs. And here are the steps that I took to take it from a zero to a shipped product in the hands of the customers within 60 days. Step one, I did a ton of research. A lot of people you will hear out there, they'll say that, hey, you don't need research, just go do it, start building MVP. But that's not how I believe we should be approaching a SaaS product when there is a decent amount of time and energy that you will be investing in it. So I always start with research. Research is step one for me. The research includes speaking to customers and figuring out what exactly is the pain point, what exactly is missing from their existing solutions, what are they lacking right now, and then also go out and do some competitor research and market research, look at who all are in the market. And what I do generally is I will also look at the reviews. You'll be able to see the reviews online and you'll be able to see what are the gaps of these products. So that gives you an idea of the market. And then we figure out if this is something that we can build with our existing skill set and something that we should be going after. Because a lot of times, let's say if you have an idea and you want to compete with OpenAI and want to build your own LLM, that's going to require millions and billions of dollars. It's not feasible. That's where you have to look at what are the skill sets you have, what are the resources you have, and build that feasibility study, the internal feasibility study. Now, the last part is to really see if we should be doing it. And we built a lean business case to really see what are the projected number of customers that we can get once we build this product. A business case is going to give you some idea of what are your projections, what are your assumptions, and what are those going to lead to. Is this something that's worth going after? Is the market size big enough? Is the problem serious enough? And are people willing to pay for? So yeah, all of this is part of the research, and honestly, this can be done very quickly within a couple of weeks if you have the right heads and doers. I will highly recommend if you're thinking of a SaaS product idea, start with that. And this is how we did. That was our step one. Let me go to step two. Step one, as you could see, we looked at all of the data points. Step two was to take all of this information that we collected in step one and then build the product vision and product strategy around it. That how are we going to monetize it? What is going to be the vision around it? How long we want to be in the market? And then what are we going after? What is the exact problem we are solving? And all of the answers to these questions were collected in step one. And that's why step one is very important. Because if you start going after something that you don't believe in and you don't feel like it, it's going to be very difficult to sell it as well. And also market it, which is one of the most important things. Hundreds of products and thousands of products are built every year, and only probably 1%, 2% of them are successful. There's a reason for that. And with that business case, we are able to develop a solid roadmap, not just for the product, but for the whole go-to-market roadmap, where the whole team came together and figured out how are we going to go from this sort of an idea or a concept that we have to the launch, so that everyone knew exactly what are we going to do, how are we going to do, and in what time frame we are going to do that. So that kind of brought everyone together. And so step one was like around 10-ish days of research, and building this thing was another like few days from there. So within 2 weeks, we had a pretty good idea of what our vision is, what our product strategy is, what our roadmap is, how are we going to go to market, what are the problems are we solving, who are the customers that we're going to be targeting. All of that blueprint or roadmap was there, at least based on our assumptions. I won't say that it was foolproof. So let's talk about step three. Step three was execution, where we planned to build the product and the go-to-market and marketing materials in tandem. Since we were moving very fast, so I wanted it to be a weekly sprints on both sides. So marketing team was working on a weekly sprint basis, and then engineering team was also working on a weekly sprint basis On the engineering side, we had 3 developers. There was 1 designer and then 1 PM. So yeah, the team started building the features, and in parallel, I started working with the marketing team to build the landing pages and have all the things in place from sales text and messaging, domain registration, all of those things needed to be done. So we started doing it on a weekly basis. Our goal was to get out to market as soon as possible and as soon as the product is ready. On the product side, everything was being designed and developed with user in mind. We had this leverage of having few customers that we already knew who wanted this product. So we were pretty close to them. We're getting a regular feedback from them. This process took us almost 3 to 4 weeks. So within 3 to 4 weeks, we had our MVP built up, and we had our marketing materials and website, and all of that was also ready. Now our step 4 here was to have early product analysis. And here what we did was we reached out to further customers, further prospects that we had lined up as we were working on the go-to-market strategy. During this time, we were working with these early adopters, initial customers, to get their feedback, make some changes. This process lasted for another week, where we collected the feedback and solidified our MVP. And once the MVP was solidified, the next step was to prepare for launch. Step 5 is launch. We were like almost 50 to 60 day mark at this point. As you can see, our fractional CPO team had worked pretty extensively at this point to look at every angle end to end, worked with the marketing team, worked with the engineering team, and also did a ton of foundational work to be ready for launch. And once we launched, within first 3 months, we onboarded 300 plus users. And that was like, again, a ton of feedback, a lot of good motion for the product overall to work on phase 2. As you can see, it's the process here is very different from a traditional dev shop, and why a fractional CPO team can take your product from an concept and an idea to a launch to scale is to have that data-driven mindset of the user. If you're a SaaS company and you're trying to scale your product, you have a concept or an idea of a new feature set, book a call with us to see if we are a fit for you. And if you are an existing product team and you're just trying to fill the gap where, let's say, you don't have a CPO in place or your leadership is missing on the product side, we can also come in and be the fractional CPO team for you and do a lot of foundational product strategy work. So yeah, my email is linked below and my website as well. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.